It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Alleister Satan, and welcome to Metal Fusion Argentina here in South America.
Thank you. Nice to meet you, Sebastian, and Metal Fusion as well. This is my first interview for Argentina, and
Whoa,
I'm very having me here.
that's great news for us. I mean, since we are the first ones. First of all, congratulations for the new record, The Devil's Evangelion, 11 tracks, full of fucking heavy metal. I have to say that this album is a total surprise for me. Like, I love your music. I'm a big fan of King Satan, but I really wasn't expecting this album to come. And it's really, really different from the previous ones, you know? I was expecting something like a little bit similar to the previous ones, and this is a big step above the previous ones. So congratulations.
Thank you very much. I'm very, very happy to hear that you like it. And this album, we kind of work it even much tighter together with the band. And this time, I also was the mixing engineer there. So we recorded it with Antti Välimäki, who recorded Occult Spiritual Anarchy. But this time, I had this very, very distinctive vision about the sound. So I wanted to mix that again, like our first album I did that, and the second album, but it was actually fucking long road because how do I say it in short, because it's a kind of a long story, but you know, right before we started recording the album, I was in a car accident, and I broke two of my spinal discs from there, and it how do I say it in English, as a prolapse, you know,
Yeah.
the spinal from my neck. And we were started recording the Devil's Evangelion album, and I was actually recording the vocals when the situation happened, and it started hurt so fucking much because, you know, it hit the nerve. And I still figured I had studio booked, so I wanted to record the album because I knew that there was something seriously wrong with me. I didn't want to go yet to the doctor because we were recording the album and it was my turn to record the vocals. So I did the vocals, I record them, and it hurt so fucking much. And I can still, when I listen to the album, I can hear genuine pain, uh, agony, and some kind of anger that I need to fucking do this. And I was literally having prolapse in my fucking neck, but the two discs there, and my whole arm, I am a right-handed guy, and my whole right hand was kind of not working because the nerve comes from here to the hand. Well, then I don't know where did I find this willpower to record the vocals to the end. And after that, I went to the doctor, and they put me into the, you know, the big magnet, and they see what's wrong with me. And they say, okay, you have nerve damage also in your hand, and that's fucking up shit. And they started, you know, contemplating if I need to be operated or not because it hurt so much. But there was this, well, that's another, I didn't get operation because the doctor was kind of optimistic, saying that I'm a young guy, let's try the hard way, physiotherapy and stuff like that. But the problem was that because I wanted to mix the album, the problem was that I was supposed to start the mixing, and my right hand here didn't work because of the nerve damage. So
Yeah.
I had to learn to do mixings with my fucking left hand here. And I'm a right-handed guy. That was a fucking difficult thing to do for me. I need to do everything, use the mice, everything with my left hand. But this was blessing in disguise because I had to concentrate so fucking hard, so I had much more time to think about the sound I'm making. And the process was very difficult personally for me because of this. And ironic part is, when I finished the mixings of the album, we got my hand working again. My right hand started working again after that. And I got the physiotherapy, and I also tried the acupuncture, needles they
Yeah,
put there. So
that's
that's
really
great.
that's really painful, my friend.
No, actually, the situation I was in, that was much more painful, so I could take the, acupuncture. And actually, thanks to acupuncture, my hand is working now, and also physiotherapy. And it was a long year. I say, it was a long year. I'm still not completely healed, man. It takes probably never. This might be forever because I don't want to go to operation, but still, the whole making of the album from my side, that was like willpower at best. I had to do in very very difficult circumstances, and also the material itself. It was written in many years ago, and now I felt it was ready, and we did it. But it was a long road.
Yeah, of course. And I have two things to say. The first one is you're the king of darkness. So, I mean, you can keep walking this path. So, with pain or without pain, you can keep doing your stuff. I know that you can. And secondly, it's true that we can really hear that pain in the album. It truly feels like that. There are songs really like, for example, the Phoenix song. It's very I don't know, like a very different song from what I was expecting to be the final song of the album. But it was a really great experience, and experiencing all this grief and all this pain that now I know what this pain is about, but and
Well, actually,
where does this come from?
yeah, it's the pain itself. It's the whole theme of the album, the Devil's Evangelion. Uh, it's kind of existential pain also, but it was a coincidence, if you will, that I was having also a tremendous physical pain when I was doing that. So I could combine the whole album themes, existential pain that makes you choose uh, archetype of the Satan as your guiding, your totem animal or spirit animal or master, if you will. But these two together combined, and I was thinking like when I listened to actually the promo kit the record label sent, I always keep a little bit distance after the album is finished when I done something. And now I listen to the album, I'm listening like, fuck, I'm not sure if I ever will top these vocals because they were, so much emotion in them. And if that is the price that I need to get against so much pain, I need to think about other ways to make it. But it was I'm glad that
We all have to pay a big price, I don't know, in this life for doing what we love, for doing what we love to do.
yeah, it's a wise thing to say. And I'm actually very happy that you can also hear that tone of agony there that comes within.
Yeah, and I still remember those words from 2017. There are devils everywhere, but human itself to itself is the king of it all. Like, where does this philosophy originate?
Come again, where does this philosophy originate? Did you say
Yeah,
that?
yeah,
I uh well, from many places because for me, ever since I was a kid, actually, I started feeling sympathy towards all the devilish characters, not only Satan, but all kinds of rebellious characters who are fighting against things they think are right, like
freedom, for example.
freedom, for instance, knowledge, for instance. And most of the time when I was a kid, I noticed that, for instance, religious people, major religions, I was thinking like, what the fuck? These are supposed to be the good guys, but they are kind of killing people for defending their faith and forcing their beliefs to other people. And I'm like thinking like that, what if the devil actually here, because the devil, Satan, was against this, and I was like thinking maybe that's actually better because in all the myths, all the folklores where you see archetype of the devil in different form, even in Nordics we have Loki, but we can Satan in medieval folklores and stories. is posing as a kind of a trickster, joker, and wants to unveil the truth for people by ridiculing those who are in power. And this was very influential for me because the quote you are saying, from the debut album, that there are devils everywhere, but the human itself to itself is king of them all. I realized that yourself are your final enemy when you want to actually unveil the truth about yourself and therefore the surrounding reality, because it's one thing to be free from the opinions of others, but during the life you also have kind of mental cages and stuff like that that prevents you to actually be you. Most of the people are afraid to express what they feel, how they are, and sometimes that goes so deep into you that you actually fool yourself thinking those are your emotions and your opinions. And that goal is kind of thing that you eventually, me, everybody becomes their own Satan, and you have to defeat that, but not with violence, but as the debut album is suggesting, and also all King Satan works, not but violence defeating, but assimilating into it. You become one with the archetype of the Satan. You will become Satan. And this is the proverbial invitation that God who invites us to become God, if you understand to what I'm referring here.
Of course, and this industry is filled with people trying to be like rude or play the villain in some way, but you don't have to go that route. You just release a song like Satanize and watch how people are drawn to those dark and beautiful and seductive melodies. But like, how did you discover your own identity in this world with everything that has already been created? It's quite challenging to make your debut with something completely original.
If you are regarding to musical identity,
musical identity, yeah, of course, and your name, like King Satan, Alleister Satan.
well, there are many levels there. Like what I said, that I started sympathizing these devilish characters, but also I have been when lacking of better term, I can use this. I have been satanist. How do you say it in English? Satanist.
Yeah.
For better part of my life. Even though last years I have kind of felt need to invent another term for it instead of satanist, because there are so much of package with the Church of Satan there, and I have kind of developed my own kind of view about it, and that is actually one reason I'm not sure if you are aware of it, but the record label Noble Demon is releasing a lyrical book.
Yeah, I saw it and I really want to buy that book. Yeah.
I really suggest, if you are interested of these themes, because all the bonus materials, they are interviews over the years where I explain my thought process, how I become thinking, how I am beginning thinking. But this was a long preludium for this question. But what I say that how did it happen? It was a combination of many things.
Yeah, what I was trying to say is that this industry is filled with a lot of people trying to be the bad guys, you know?
I'm not sure. I'm not very fond of this thinking that the good guys are the bad guys, because that is the beauty of the archetype of the Satan and being Satanist, because Satanism is not good,
Exactly.
but it's not bad either. It's like a gun. You have a gun. It depends to what do you use it with, and or for instance, the whole lifestyle with the Satanism, which includes a lot of hedonism and kind of empowering yourself and choosing your own way, on truth, and this is regarded as evil by the ones who are not Satanists, let's say Christian fundamentalists. But for me, and many things that every Satanist are rooting for are regarded as bad by people who are not sharing the same views and vice versa. But for me, I think I don't give a shit about this whole juxtaposition between the good and evil, because I realize that it's not up to me how people will perceive me, because I still we just released the Chaos Forever Now music video, and well, I think that they're trying to sue me for making that video, because apparently this most wicked, it's the blasphemous video, and I'm literally I'm not sure if I should say it, but this is religious people in Finland. They're actually trying to sue me for it, because in Finnish law, blasphemy is illegal still. However, nobody has ever been convicted about this since the 70s. It's old law, nobody cares about, but still it's the law, and this kind of stuff is coming from they link there the things that the King Satan, the whole band, me, I am the most evilest guy in the world and stuff like that. But for me,
I,
I'm not thinking that. I'm not thinking
I
that.
can't believe it, right? I don't know. It's too much to digest.
And it's the same thing when, thinking about Aleister Crowley. He was branded as the wickedest man, most evilest man in the world, but he was teaching. He was very influential figure for me, but he was teaching basically self-awareness, self-empowerment, all these left-hand bad methods. But of course, by the surrounding world, this was interpreted as evil. And for me, it's never Satan is not a good. Satan is not evil. It's just a certain archetype that flows through us, manifests itself through our mind, and it depends. It becomes evil if you cannot handle it. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
of
It's
course.
like a fire.
I read I read the Satanic Bible by Anton Sancho LaVey, and of course I read the Christian Bible too, because I was raised in a Christian family, so I know what how this feels. And it's just like you're saying, like Satan is freedom. It's you are your own God. You can decide what you want to do with your life. Like there's no good, there's no bad. You are just you, and that's it.
Yeah, that's I read a lot Church of Satan stuff when I was a teenager, and I still have a huge respect for that movement. But I am telling this actually more in the book I mentioned. But
Yeah,
there are some philosophical issues why I am not a Lavein Satanist. Even I respect a lot, and this was also one of the reasons when I was starting thinking, because I have so much respect for the Church of Satan and Uncle Lavey, that
yeah,
maybe I should invent another term to describe my views, because they're a little bit different. They share the same lot of same things actually, but when philosophically speaking, there are a little bit different things. But because people know what Satanist is, so I am saying that instead of explaining like half an hour explanations, I'm saying, yeah, okay, I'm Satanist.
no, but it's
But,
okay. But that was going to be my next question, because like Europe has a deep relationship with various faiths, including Catholicism, Islam, Protestantism, and Judaism. And like, what's your goal with your music and lyrics? Like, you have a lot of courage, you know what I mean? You're not afraid to share your opinions with anyone, and your videos feature strong and very provocative imagery. Have you ever engaged with the true Bible, like the Christian Bible?
yeah, well, I'm actually very familiar of the Christianity. That's why I don't like that. but,
Okay.
yeah, I have read Bible 2 times completely, the Christian Bible. I have read parts of the Quran. It's I have well, not completely, but I have read some summaries about it, and also Judaism. I've been familiarized myself to this, religions that are in Europe. And my goal is actually kind of inspire people to think themselves. I don't want people to become. I don't care if you are a Satanist or not. It's not for everyone. I mean, it requires a certain temperament to become a Satanist or Satan worshipper. But I'm not. I'm not saying that you, anyone who listens to us, is to follow that path. But that's the kind of Satan I think is in the archetypal level, that even Satan don't want you, like I say in the Satanized lyrics, Satan is the God who invites you to become God in this metaphorical lyrical sense. And this is something I want to do with my music. I want to do this trickster Satan thing. I want to trample music scene. I want to trample people around to think about these things, really, because most of the people don't even question the status quo of things that is happening. I want to poke to the fabric of the reality and ravish the people, to think.
Of course.
Try to find their own truths, and of course, provocation and shock rock, these kind of things. That they are powerful tools to make people to question about what is happening and try to reflect themselves. And my this is the thing I want to do with my music's theme and lyrical side. But when it comes to music itself, I want to do music I enjoy. The style I'm making as a musical style is kind of a combination of things I like. I like extreme metal. I like electronic industrial music. I want to combine them together. And I like rock and roll culture, the way that you can, actually deal with the heavy stuff, heavy existential, dark and satanic stuff, but have fun at the same time, because in the pub, what else is a more satanic thing than full-on dance party, Dionysian, kind of people are losing their control and getting touched into their primitive nature, dancing, mosh pitting and stuff. I want to induce this with the people. And like I mentioned, actually, I don't even think, like, not many people, even who listens King Satan, they are not Satanists. They're more into this thing that is between the lines, the syntax, that makes them feel something about themselves which they would not otherwise feel.
Exactly. And yes, I had so much fun like listening to this record. And even though the lyrical content is very strong and powerful, like the music invites you to dance through your pain, dance through all this reality that's surrounding us, like the honest truth that we have to face and fight against. But well, in this case, I didn't want to discuss every song on the album because it's massive, it has powerful lyrical content, and I would like to keep the hype going, all I have to say is, if you're watching this video, you people right there, you should grab your copy of The Devil's Evangelion by King Satan right now. This album will blow your mind, like it, I promise you. But it's pure fucking heavy metal. And I have a question about one of the tracks, actually, and it's the last one, titled "The Phoenix Song," just like I mentioned before. I wasn't expecting such a piece. I don't want to spoil anything, but considering the themes of balance and market demands, it was a risk, like to finish the album with a song like this one. But you took on the challenge anyway.
Yeah. It's very important song actually to the album's theme, and especially the song style is the Phoenix song. And I think it's almost self-evident these days what Phoenix symbolizes.
Yeah.
But I'm not theme-wise. I'm not gonna say anything else.
No.
Read the
Please don't.
Read the lyrics you and. But music-wise, it was kind of, I wanted some kind of because in Finland, Finnish melancholy is funny the way that it's kind of sad, but also angry at the same time.
Yeah.
And lots of Finnish melancholy is like that. And actually, that song, the Finnish song, is composed by our bass player, Jerry. It's not my composition. And Jerry made that, and I thought, oh, fuck, that's beautiful. That is wistful. That is melancholic, but also it's kind of a bitter, nihilistic, angry energy trying to find a solace redemption there. And I can leave that up to the listener if they if they think it will happen. But I wanted them to be musically also. The last song is the title song, The Devil's Evangelion, which is kind of an orchestral upbringing going to the, you know, into the climax, and then what happens after the climax. That's why the another name for the song is epilogue. And it's also there is actually there's contrabass.
Yeah.
I wanted it to be really organic in the way, like I wanted to. This was in my head when I arranged the songs in which order. I figured out that the Devil's Evangelion is the kind of song that explodes so much that we don't have traditional electricity anymore. So they are almost acoustic instruments, every one of them in the Phoenix song. And of course there are distortion there and stuff like that edited, but I wanted it to be very raw. And it's I'm very happy that you picked it up, because everyone who has been listening the album for the first time, they're like thinking, what the fuck is this song? And
Of course, that was my first thought, you know, and just because I don't know, we are used to listen to some albums where musicians use this kind of electronic instruments, like they are played by a computer, and it's very good to know that you use organic stuff still, because I don't know, this is heavy metal, you know. You can't just go and use pure electronic stuff. Like, are you kidding me? This is heavy metal. Come on, you have to use a guitar. You have to play a real bass. You have to play a real drum. You have to feel it when you listen to the album. And I don't know. I think that's very good to know. And we really want to be blessed by the King of Darkness here in South America. I hope you're considering coming here to spread the Devil's Evangelion.
I really would want, man. I'm a huge football fan, and Lionel Messi is my number one player. And
The legend.
I was
Yeah.
so fucking happy when Argentina won the World Championship with Messi, and because of this, I'm a Messi fan. I know, so I've been familiarizing myself to the Argentina. I've been checking out the country, and it's very far from here. But someday I really wish I could come to the Argentina. It's a very beautiful country, and also apparently I've been told that your extreme metal scene is rising. You have a scene coming up, and let's hope that this will happen, because South America, I've never been in South America in any way, but would be very nice.
I don't know if you've ever watched any live video on YouTube, for example, from any concert here in South America, but we have a very strong crowd. We have a very wide one. So that's it for now. Thank you for taking the time to share this sacred moment with me. It was a real pleasure. Hopefully we can drink some blood together in the future. I wish you all I wish you all the best, and see you next time. Really, thank you.
Thank you, Sebastian, very much for the interview, and maybe we will see in Argentina someday.
Hopefully, if I go to Europe, I'll send you a message too, so we can share some beers or something like that.
Sounds good. Hail Satan.
See you.